Hi everyone, I'm Aaron from aquaaz. I want to try a new style of video for the channel, create a cool place to hang out and hopefully get everyone involved. So without any further ado, I give you Wednesday Whoopsies with aquaaz. Scroll in the depths of the internet to find crazy aquarium related stories, accidents and laughs. Cue intro. So why not start with me? Funny story, and it has to do with the first 6-foot tank I ever owned. And let's say it was briefly owned. So our mate was moving out of his property and he needed somewhere to put the 6-foot tank as he had nowhere to put it. And he turned around to me and out of the kindness of his heart pretty much said to me that I could have it. I had a place to put it, so it was all mine. Once we moved it, sat it on the cabinet at home, only had fake plants there, so we put fake plants in, we decked it all out, put the gravel in before we put water in. I thought this was a great idea, everything looked great, I was so keen to see what it would look like set up that I just put everything in without water. Didn't want to leak test or anything, and then started to second guess ourselves about the cabinet and thought, oh, is this cabinet going to really hold that much water? We really struggled and thought, oh, instead of filling it up with water and actually leak testing it, or even then again, putting it outside and leak testing it on the cabinet, which, you know, hindsight would have been the better thing, knowing what I know now. But we didn't do that. Instead, we looked at each other and thought, well, you weigh about 80 odd kilos, you know, nearly 90. Surely if you can stand in the tank and the cabinet holds, the tank's going to hold. Okay. So lo and behold, what did we do? I thought it was a bright idea to jump into the tank, stand in the tank, albeit a glass tank, straight in the middle, not really distributing the weight that well, and looked at it and went, oh wow, the cabinet holds. Super stoked. So out I jumped and in went the hose. Well, it wouldn't take much for you to realise what happened next. The tank sprung a leak, super bummed about it, drained all the water out, got all the gravel, all the decorations out, to notice that I'd actually put a massive crack through the base of the glass tank all the way along. We tried to repair it 3 times with silicone, but it was never to be, and the tank got thrown away. That was the introduction to my 6-foot tank. Got the decorations in, couldn't keep the water in, threw the tank away because it couldn't be salvaged. Whoops. So the next one comes from the Korean Times. This one, they found 3 water leaks in the Lotte Aquarium in Korea. It's one of the nation's biggest aquariums, holding about 4,000 tonnes of water and about 55,000 creatures. All started when people noticed the leaks in the aquarium and wanted to go up and ask for refunds as they were worried about the integrity of the aquarium. The biggest worry was the main tank held beluga whales. There's also a big worry as the company didn't close the aquarium for repairs. They actually just blocked off the section of aquarium, putting up signs saying things like cleaning in progress, and kept people coming through the aquarium. And to top it all off, underneath the aquarium was a massive power voltage station that held about 154,000 volts of power that could have turned into a massive disaster. Since then, they've also found cracks in the kiosk, 3rd and 4th floors and other areas of the aquarium over time. So this one is probably one aquarium I would avoid or enter at own risk. So this one's close to home, well, close enough anyway. This one happened in a zoo in Sydney in July 2020. So these pranksters decided to sneak into the zoo, and one of the pranksters decided it was a great idea to strip down to his jocks and go for a swim in their so aquarium. After the fact, these guys were reported saying that they would happily do it again, go for a random swim in the aquarium. After the incident, the zoo had responded and saying that it is going to take legal action and will be speaking to the police referring this incident. That's one thing. Happy to swim in pools. Please don't swim in public aquariums that are privately owned. It's probably not a good idea if you want to keep yourself out of trouble. The zoo later stated that this behaviour was unacceptable and completely idiotic. The New South Wales Police not long after reported that this incident would be investigated. I'll drop a link down in the description below with all the hyperlinks to these exact stories. This one from the Daily Mail and the previous one from the Korean Times, if you want to go and have a look, and then you can probably look into what actually come about of these guys. Fancy going for a coffee? Well, not if you're these two poor buggers. So this one happened in Europe and it was at a coffee shop. These guys sat down for a daily coffee, just a large catch up, when all of a sudden things turned for the worst. Let's backtrack a little bit 2 days, and the aquarium had been, new aquarium had just been put into the coffee shop. Inbuilt aquarium into the wall, pretty large. So little did they know that once they sat down, they were going to get a bath, and a big one. Unfortunately, the aquarium smashes completely and they get absolutely drenched. Now, it's thought that the aquarium glass, it was a manufacturer's fault in the glass, which caused it to break. The best thing about the whole situation was, as I said, it was only there for 2 days, so it wasn't actually stocked. There was no fish hurt in this incident, which is a super bonus. Damage bill is thought to be in between 6,000 to 7,000 euros. I dare say that this tank would have been covered on insurance, or that the glass company would be liable to replace the tank, and well, maybe the coffee shop, I don't know. But that's definitely a big Wednesday whoopsie. But no injuries, and these guys were okay, so that's nice to know. But geez, I hope this never happens to me. I think it's every aquarist's worst nightmare. So that'll do it for first episode of Wednesday Whoopsies. I hope everyone enjoyed it. Please like, subscribe, comment, all that fun stuff. And if you've got stories of your own, I'll drop my email link at the bottom. Don't be shy to share some funny stories, some accidents, or just anything aquarium related, and we can share on the channel. You can remain anonymous, but it'll be cool to connect on the channel and get everyone speaking. So until the next one, guys,